and welcome to my review of Frontios, a Fifth Doctor story, if you couldn't tell by the cover. And yeah, it's a DVD, because I'm going to at least try and do a DVD review at least once a month, so Big Finish doesn't become the predominant thing on my channel, because I still like doing the DVD reviews and it's just nice to do them, really. So yeah, let's look at the cover of Frontios. So at the top we have the grey TARDIS Roundels Doctor Who Frontios. Now I have to say, I love the artwork for this cover. We have a tractator, then we have the planet Frontios with TARDIS walls, the Fifth Doctor with his brainy specs on and Turlo. Then we have the Peter Davison banner there with his date. On the side we have Doctor Who Frontios with a bit of the TARDIS wall there, BBC to entertain. On the back we have some stills from the story. Then we have this about the story, sort of a bio on it, so do feel free to pause if you want to know more about Frontios. Then we have special features there, and then when it first aired there, the 26th of January to the 3rd of Feb 1984. So that's the way the DVD looks from the outside. Let's look at the leaflet and then the discs and then my thoughts on Frontios. So here is the leaflet. We have a lovely picture of a tractator there, the planet Frontios and the TARDIS wall. Then we have the production note about the story. Then we have who does the commentary, Peter Davison and other cast members there. So the special features are Driven to Distraction, that's basically the makings of Frontios, deleted and extended scenes, photo gallery, isolated score, Radio Times billings and the coming soon trailer, which I think is Paradise Towers, I may be wrong. Then we have production subtitles, then we have chapter points throughout the story, and then we have some lovely stills from the story. So now let's look at the disc and then my thoughts on the story. So the disc is exactly the same as the cover, but obviously more zoomed in. So yeah, that's the disc. Now let's look at my thoughts on Frontios. Frontios, a fantastic Davison story, this being my new favourite Peter Davison story. The cliffhangers are incredible in this story, especially the end of part 1, and left me mind blown because it's that good, and it's quite a puzzling cliffhanger. The story has really good dialogue, and there's one bit of dialogue which always sticks in my mind about this story, and that is Frontios buries its own dead, which really does reflect the story's grim tone, with death happening everywhere from the skies and the ground, giving this apocalyptic feel to the story. The tractators are really interesting creatures, these weird wood-lice creatures, but I have to say I love them, and they remind me of the Teller from Time Heist, which is quite odd. And I have to say they have a great reveal, and they have that sort of classic reveal that it's a slowly build up to them, and I think they have a really great scheme, and using dead people is definitely a chilling thought. So my overall thoughts on Frontios. Frontios is a fantastic story. Davison has finally reached the peak of his Doctor, which I think season 21 is probably my favourite Davison series. Mark Strickson gives it his all in this story because we learn more about Turlo's history, but that will be later explored in the next story, I think. No, not the next story. Planet of Fire is where Turlo's character gets a great big chunk of his past and sort of history and his culture explored, but Frontios starts to hint at that, which is great. So overall, a spine-chilling story with great science elements and a nice threatening plot. What more can you want from a Doctor Who story? So I would recommend Frontios. I thoroughly enjoy it. The music's quite chilling as well, with these, I think from what I remember, quite a pipish sort of music. Yeah, Frontios is a good story in my eyes, so I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna rate this 7 celeries out of 10. So there we go. Frontios. Join me in my next review where we say goodbye to a DVD and we return to Big Finish, which will be a review of Domain of the Void. Yeah, so stick around for that review. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in that review.